Hello and welcome to Goa 365's Face to Face. Now, in the past few weeks, months, there has been a lot of political developments, not only in Goa, in our neighboring states, as well as in large parts of the country. So, today, to bring a sort of shine some light, bring some clarity on various issues, including the ones directly connected with Goa and our neighboring states, is my good friend Clyde Crasto from the NCP. He is the NCP's national spokesman as well as the observer for the state. Clyde Bab, welcome to our show.
Thank you, Glenn Bab, for having me.
Now, Goa has been faced by an issue like Made. Now the opposition has been attacking it, including you, I mean your party and you, of course. But the government is saying no, it's doing its job. It's very happy, it's gone here, it's gone there. So why is it that you are not so happy with the performance of the state on this particular issue? Then we'll bring in other issues into this.
See, what you just said was the government is saying that it's doing its job.
Yes.
Now that's a question mark to that.
Okay.
For that you need to understand the whole Made issue, where this whole topic started, why the opposition is going against the government, or why is there an opposition to this whole issue that is going on. See, initially when the Made issue came up, when the plans were passed, the diversion of water was approved, people of Goa realized that this is something that's been taken away from them. You have to remember what the importance of Made river is. Here in Goa, when I come, the locals say that it's my Made, his mother. You know, mother is what the river is considered as. Now, to start with, the Chief Minister, Mr. Pramod Sawant, said that we are going to fight this issue. We are not going to let this happen. We'll go through the legal process. I will talk to the central government. Then the state BJP president says, I'm going to start a signature campaign and draft a letter, take it to the central government and say the people of Goa do not want this to happen. Okay? I'm going to get to it part by part. Now the point here is, the state government is run by BJP, the Karnataka government is run by BJP, and the central government is run by BJP. When you have all three parts of this important issue run by the BJP, why do you have to keep asking questions, go through legal process? There has to be political will. You sit together as a party and solve the problem of the people. Then the important part that highlights this whole issue being a drama is when Mr. Amit Shah, our Honorable Home Minister, comes and says, I would like to thank the government of Goa for helping solve this issue of Made and thank the government of Karnataka. If the Chief Minister of Goa says the government of Goa had nothing to do with this, if the BJP President of Goa says, I'm going to fight this out, then why is the Honorable Home Minister saying that thank you and appreciating the work done by the Goa government?
So you feel that the Goa government was aware of all this?
So my question is, you ask who aware? My question is, who's lying? Is the person who's saying thank you to the Goa government lying? Is the person who's saying that the Goa government will fight this out lying? People of Goa need to know, because what is happening in this whole drama, the mute spectators who are actually being hurt are the people of Goa. Why I'm saying mute? Because with all this, they don't know what to say. So the thing is, do not fool the people of Goa, because the waters of Made, the river Made, is very important to the lives of the people here. The ecosystem, the life, the everyday water issue, which if water given away, it's like you're stealing away something from the people of Goa that belongs to them.
Fair enough. Okay. Now let us move on to a little more broader stage. Like now in Maharashtra, you all were, the MBA was in power. Then there was a lot of churning, whatever you may want to call it. I'll let you say that. And then now it is, at least name wise, one of the parties along with the BJP that is ruling. So what exactly now? What is the scene? Are you guys like? Is this something which now, especially with the EC,
the
the decision and all that? Is it a blessing in disguise or what exactly
See,
is
I'll
it?
explain this to you. You
Okay.
use the word churning.
Churning, yes,
Okay.
for want of a better
Well,
word.
I'll give you another word. I'll give you another word in English. Another word in English is called chicanery.
Okay.
It's cheating, tricking.
Okay.
This is what has been done to the Shiv Sena
Okay.
and to the MVA government. You know, Mr. Devendra Fadnavis very famously, and he was smilingly saying that, you know, Mr. Eknath Shinde and I would meet up in the night. So, you know, like nocturnally they would meet, decide how to drop the government. Point here is, if Mr. Eknath Shinde was not happy with what was going on in 2.5 years, why did he wait? He was there as part of the process everywhere when the MVA government was being formed. When the people of MVA went to meet, the governor, I was part of that troop. I was part of that group of people that went to meet the governor. So Eknath Shinde ji was there all the time. He knew what was going on. So was he waiting for something special to happen to him? And then he keeps saying things about how the late Honorable Balasaheb Thackeray would have not liked this, would have not liked that. Point here is, if he knew all this that was going on, he should have said it right in the beginning. Why did he not say it? Thing is, in Maharashtra, if you look at things properly, okay, like in BJP across the country, they would raise a question on a politician, suppose, saying he's done this wrong, he's tainted, he's a scamster, he has done, whatever wrong that is not allowed by law. Then, if that particular person joins the BJP, lo and behold, overnight he comes out washed clean. Like, famously now we have the BJP's taint washing machine. So they go. There's so many people. Now the people who are part of the Eknath Shinde troop, so many of them had inquiries on them. They were the ones who were almost on the doorstep of being jailed. But then what happened? When they formed a government overnight like this, they went away to Surat and to Gujarat and to Guwahati and everywhere. And then everything was fine. All these people have washed their taint. So the thing is, now let me bring this to Goa also.
Yeah, because they were in Goa. I was about to remind
they
you.
came to Goa also, but at the same time, so Gujarat, Guwahati, Goa. The alphabet matches everywhere, yeah. But at the same thing they did in Goa. The 8 MLAs that went away. See, I'll tell you something. When I come here, I talk to a lot of locals. I talk to people. It's not just the press or politicians that are saying this, but even the locals are saying that the misuse of government agencies, putting of pressure on all these people. So the question that comes is, oh, if you are not wrong, or if you have not done anything wrong, if you are not bad, why you worry? Yeah, well, people have done. But the point here is, the ones who are bad, how do they become good the minute they join the BJP? That's the question that needs to be asked. So even in Goa, those 8 MLAs, many of them, I mean, local people talk that money could have changed hands, people would have been pressurized, people have been given threats that you will be jailed. That's the reason they are running away. So the point here is, in all this, where does democracy stand? Where is the whole issue of people's vote, people's choice? You are winning an election, then you are going and breaking governments. You are talking about, people are on our side. There are so many states in our country where the BJP has formed government after breaking the government. So they have not won, or people's choice is not what they've got. So that's the whole point. And then you ask me this very, very important question, the decision of the Election Commission to give the symbol to the Eknath Shinde faction.
Correct.
Question is, what was the hurry? What was the hurry by the Election Commission to take this decision or make this move? Because when this whole issue is in the highest court of our country, in the apex court, the Supreme Court, let the court take its decision and let the time take its toll. But the point here is, the EC jumped the gun and they declared this. What happens after this is in the minds of the people. It affects the minds of the people as to, we are voting, we are choosing people, and then things are going wrong everywhere. But let me tell you one thing. After this has happened, I personally feel, and a lot of people I know feel, that the Election Commission probably did a favor to the Uddhav Thackeray-led Shiv Sena. Why I say a favor?
Why?
Because the emotions and the soft corner that has developed in the hearts of the people is going to help the Uddhav Thackeray-led Shiv Sena, because people feel that he's been cheated. See, if you come to Mumbai, if you come to Maharashtra, there is still a huge section of the populace there which is a hardcore follower of the late Balasaheb Thackeray. They feel that Eknath Shinde has betrayed Adaniya Balasaheb Thackeray, and I don't think the people will take it lightly. And for them, now they realize that the only way to voice their displeasure, the only way to teach them a lesson is to vote in favor of the
BMC
Shivsena.
will there be any effect on the BMC
Definitely. Like I said, Mumbai. See, the BJP can cry hoarse, they can cry out loud. See, the BJP kept saying, now they are saying that there's scam in the BMC, Shivsena did this, Shivsena. For 25 years, the BJP and Shivsena ran the municipal corporation together. The earlier, like the term before this, the 5 years, they said we will work as watchdogs and keep an eye on how the functioning of the BMC happens. So if there is a scam, if there is any wrongdoing in those years, you are equally responsible, because the BJP was there for 25 years. And then after that, as watchdogs, what were they watching? They did not watch, they didn't raise any question. Now why? So the people understand this, people will raise this issue and they will answer them when it comes to the elections.
Okay, Clyde, we are going in for a small commercial break. We'll see you on the other side. Welcome back. Yeah, Clyde, as you were saying, the BMC. Now, before you go on, I wanted to know is one thing. See, now the BMC it could be like with 24 coming up pretty quick within a year and time, and we would probably just fly with all these things. Would the BMC be an indicator to what's happening in Maharashtra? Because Maharashtra is a big chunk of MPs. Goa may not be so much, but Maharashtra is big. Karnataka also is pretty big. So we'll
see.
What do you feel
there's an understanding among the politicians or the voters that there are three different sections. Like we have the Lok Sabha elections, we have the Vidhan Sabha, and then we have the local election, whether it's municipal, panchayats. All three are fought on different platforms. Like Lok Sabha could be national, then state, and things like that. But let me tell you something. The talk is, and the understanding is that this time, what happens in the BMC elections, okay, in Mumbai, will set the tone for the state. Why I say that? Because I come back again to that whole part where I told you that there is a whole section and an atmosphere that shows that there is going to be complete emotional outpour for the Uddhav Thackeray-led Shiv Sena and the MVA. And why I'm adding the MVA to it? See, in the 2.5 years that the MVA was in government in Maharashtra, a large part of that went trying to take care of people during COVID.
Yes.
And let me tell you something. Though the BJP and the opposition can say what they want to say, but the world has stood up and taken notice of how well the MVA government handled the COVID situation. The WHO has complimented the MVA government in the sense the Dharavi model, the Mumbai model on how we handle, because everybody knows the population of Dharavi and how it could go wrong if it wasn't handled well. And the MVA government handled it very well under the leadership of Mr. Uddhav Thackeray, our Chief Minister, our Deputy Chief Minister, Mr. Ajit Pawar, and our Health Minister, Mr. Rajesh Tope. They all worked, and including everybody, the whole, the whole section of ministry, everybody handled the situation so well that people feel that what has happened to the Uddhav Thackeray-led Shiv Sena and to the Mahavikas Aghadi, who worked so well, is not right. And I think they are going to answer the opposition on our behalf by voting in favor of the MVA.
How it's a big, about 20-30 seats. Last time how much the BJP had got? Some 25, 22?
In what?
In Maharashtra?
No, they had a large number. They had a large number. I mean,
But this time,
see, the MVA came together with the Shiv Sena in 50 plus seats. We had 50 plus seats. The Congress has 40 plus seats.
MP.
MP seats, yes, but see what happens is BJP has this habit of saying that we are going to win all. Like in Goa, when they had we have 40 seats here, they said we'll win all 40. Sometimes I wonder, why don't they end up saying we'll win 45 out of 40? Their mathematics is different probably. Their maths is obviously completely different. You see these leaders, they go to any state, they're always giving you a large number, and then when the results come out, they're always deflecting it. So it's the kind of tactics that they use. It's not going to work all the time, because I'll tell you something, as time goes by, like I said, people are saying that, you're down now and they are up now. See, let me remind you, BJP had only 2 MPs at one time. Today they have more. There'll be a time when they'll go down. At the end of the day, the people will decide who's right. You can't fool people all the time.
So you feel that Maharashtra, and now you are also a national spokesman, so Karnataka also, you all may not be very strong, but Karnataka also, they say that the Congress could make a dent.
Doing good. We are also there in Karnataka. We have a organizational setup in Karnataka. We are doing well. See, we are a major force in Maharashtra, yes, but we have, I'll tell you something, we are a national party. The number of national parties in the country are 6 to 7, and we are one of the national parties. We have been a national party for a long time. Okay, we have MLAs in Maharashtra. We had in Goa. Okay, we had in Gujarat. We have in the Northeast. Now the Northeast elections are there. We'll do very well, and we have organizational setup in some of them. If you look at it, you name it, we have an organizational setup in Maharashtra, Goa, Gujarat, in Kerala, we have in the Northeast, we have in Assam, everywhere. Our party is there everywhere. Yes, we do not have the numbers to show, but the point is, the organizational setup of our party in all these states are actually going out and helping people, working for the people. Eventually, someday, the people will realize that NCP is helping them, and we'll get the votes, and we'll have MLAs in probably every state possible in times to come.
A double-edged question I'm putting up one thing. Now, for example, see, you and the Congress have been, pretty close. Have been allies for a long time, in on and off, but mostly allies. Pawarji, or Supremo, is a former congressman. The ideology is almost similar. So today the Congress is like, it's like going down. I think for last surveys are 22%. They have the 22%. But now there are new kids on the block. TMC is not such a new kid, but outside Bengal it's a very new kid. AAP is there, and various other parties are there. So don't you see that, especially in Goa, don't you all see that as a threat to the thing?
See,
I'm just as a political analyst, more than a NCP spokesman. As a political analyst, what do you see?
See, ours is a democracy.
Fair enough.
Ours is a free country, so everybody has a right to have their own
opinion.
opinion.
Given that, you see?
Why I'm coming to that in the sense that your question is there a threat? Why would it be a threat? This just spells out that we are a democratic
vibrant democracy.
Okay, and people's opinion matters. So if there are more people coming to it, that means there are more people interested in governance. So I think more political parties that come here, but you have to understand one thing: just to form a political party, just to do politics is not what should be the motto. The motto of a political party should be to serve people. See, a lot of times these people who are in government say, when we were in power, we are in power. Why power? Why don't you say, when we were in the government, when we were serving the people, this is what we did. People don't elect you to have the power to rule them. People elect you to serve them. So I think this is what the politicians, including us, including me, should understand. That when people vote for you, they elect you, they want you to serve them, solve their problems, understand their problems, and give them the best life that is possible.
कुछ तो काम तो करना है.
Absolutely, काम तो करना है. देखो, आप चुनाव लड़ते हो, आपको वोट मिलता है, because they want you to work for them. काम करना जरूरी है.
Absolutely. Now again, I bring it to this angle, like just like you said, that it would probably, the way what's happened in Maharashtra, it would help the MVA and specifically the Shiv Sena because of the sympathy. Would this be the same position in Delhi with this latest Sisodia incident? You feel that last time AAP got 0 seats, I think, in Delhi, if I'm not mistaken, out of 7. Are there similarities? Is the BJP overdoing it in this thing and hitting out at this? Would that sympathy translate into seats? Would it translate into less seats for the ruling dispensation?
I'll tell you what. When something happens once, twice, people think maybe it happened because of this reason, coincidence, whatever you said. But if things happen in a particular manner again and again, then doubts will be raised, questions will come in people's minds, and the question that is coming in people's mind, or they are beginning to think that maybe the BJP is actually using these agencies to put the opposition down.
Do you think this thing will percolate even down to the lower level of the electorate?
See,
all levels of electorate.
Today, the era that we are living in, the time that we are living in, with social media, which is so important, you cannot hide anything away. Whether it's in the village or whether it's in a city or on the 20th floor of a modern building, everybody has access to the digital world, and people know what is going on. So at some point, the last voter whom every political party should go and address to will begin to understand that there is a thought out plan why only certain people are being pressurized by certain agencies. And BJP is in the center of all this. So why are they doing it? There are a lot of questions where people talk about AAP being the B team, but at the same time, they are kind of pressurizing them also. So all this confusion that has been created by the BJP will come back and hit them in a bad way.
So you feel that this could possibly be counterproductive? The same way, you've been very clear about it in Maharashtra, in other places also?
Absolutely. See, what happens is, like I said, there was a time when you didn't know what was happening in Maharashtra, you didn't know what was happening in Goa, maybe on a news channel you could hear. But today, sitting here in Goa, I will know what is going on in the northeast, I would know what is going on in Kashmir, I would know what is going on in Kanyakumari and in Gujarat. So with the mobile phone or the tab or anything that is now easily or readily available to people, they know what is going on. So the voter thinks that if this happened in Assam or this happened in Gujarat, could happen to me here in Goa, let me think correctly.
Correct, but think that will only happen if there is opposition unity. See, chunk votes like 40% goes to say BJP, say 20% is Congress. The balance 40% is still there.
No.
So that has to consolidate. Otherwise, that
Absolutely.
40 plus. Otherwise, it's not going to happen,
See,
right? Opposition unity is a must.
Absolutely.
Anywhere.
Absolutely. See, our Honorable President Mr. Sharad Pawar has always maintained this, that like-minded people who think alike, people who want to serve people should get together and fight these kind of forces. They are like, ones who are anti-people, ones who are doing things that are not supposed to be done, like the BJP.
So you feel there is a chance for opposition
Absolutely.
unity?
No,
At least if no chance, at least some sort of understanding.
You have to be very clear about
Look at
what you mean by
Maharashtra,
opposition. No, you have to be clear about what you mean by opposition.
Okay.
Now, if 10-15 parties are together and you say they are not the opposition, there are more others, let more people come in. Let me tell you one thing, the NDA which is led by the BJP was at one time
100 odd parties.
No, 44 plus parties. So if they are saying that we are invincible alone, they were not. They came on a platform of the NDA. That way there is opposition party, there are a lot of parties that are together. See what happens, in a democracy, we can't be a democracy where there are two parties. The Republicans and the Democrats and all, it can't be like that. So it can't be BJP led NDA and the opposition everybody. I'm happy that it's not like that. Why? Because that's how our democracy functions very fluidly. So there is a group of people led by the BJP, there will be a group of people which is in the opposition, where like-minded people like us, the Congress and everybody coming together. And there will be a few others who may have a different thought, but may they not necessarily support either side. So that's how, because every individual in the country cannot think alike. No human being can think alike. In a particular house also there will be two different minds. So I think in a democracy, whatever is happening in our country is good for democracy. But while I say so, the steps and the actions that the BJP has been taking could be detrimental to the functioning of our democracy and to our election process.
So that gives it an even more incentive for the opposition to come together.
Absolutely.
Because basically they are hitting out at all the top leaders are under pressure. You feel that would be the thing?
See,
survival, so as to say, more than anything for the opposition?
How much can you do and how long can you put people who are doing good? At some point, let me tell you one thing very clearly. I still believe and I still have immense faith in our justice system. And our justice system, at the end of the day, will give the right decision. And our courts have done that. But I just feel the process that happens till a person gets justice is the
long.
punishment. So the process is the punishment, and that is what the BJP is indulging in, is that the justice will be given, but let the process be punishment. That's what is happening.
Perceptions also change when
Absolutely.
you're in
Absolutely.
jail.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thanks Clyde. We will, as we get closer to elections, I'm sure we will see more of you, because lots of it's as of now, even though it's like a year, as of now I feel that the BJP is still very much in thing, but we'll have to see as the date comes closer, what changes can happen, will happen, I don't know.
Let me tell you one thing.
Yes.
Change is the only constant.
Correct.
And what goes up, if it's nice, will stay up. But if it's wrong, it'll come down.
Fair enough.
So they had 2 MPs. They've now. So anything can happen anytime.
Yes.
But the good will prevail. And what is important is that the people of our country should get the best and what they deserve.
Thanks. This is an interesting and very non-political type of very zen type of ending. Thanks again, Clive. Clyde, we'll see you back as you make more visits to Goa.
Sure.
Let's see what the NCP has to do in Goa and what will happen in
Lots more
Maharashtra.
good.
Yes. Thanks again, Clive.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
And keep watching Goa 365.